Is this thing on?
Is this thing on? Welcome back to Alf and Soph.
And what a big episode it is.
Guys, we've been it's actually the most excited I've been for an episode.
This is the most excited I've ever been for anything.
We've got a lot to talk about. A lot's happened. I met Alfie's dad. Alfie met my mum.
Yeah, we did meet the parents.
We met the parents. It's like we're a couple.
Meet the Fockers. Meet the Fockers. Siblings or dating.
100%
siblings. Or dating. We've had a huge weekend and this all happened on Saturday.
It did.
Sophie did her final tour show in London, and I was there. I was there. And on the same Saturday, at about the same time, we had the Eurovision finals.
Yes, of course.
Which was controversial, and they were being boycotted, and Israel came second, and all these things. And at the same time, on Saturday, we had both a Tommy Robinson march and a pro-Palestine march.
Yes.
And between the three events, everybody's political views were upset. Between Eurovision, so if you plot the entire UK attitudes towards all kinds of things, between Sophie's London tour show, the Tommy Robinson march, the Palestine march, and the Eurovision final, I mean, there was a lot of things swinging about.
It was a big Saturday, and I was
Super
exhausted
Saturday.
from that Tommy Robinson march.
Super Saturday, they're calling it.
I think I did both, my show and the march.
A lot of people wandering in from the Unite the Kingdom rally into your show.
I would have been so scared if I'd come out on stage and saw one of those flags. One of those flags, you know our country's flags?
What, the English one?
Yeah.
The one that that I'm proud to serve.
But if someone was wrapped
One
around...
of those flags. This is why we protest, Soph.
Okay.
People like you, one of those flags. How dare you? Somehow your show was more offensive than the Tommy Robinson march.
I know, can you believe it?
More people walked out of your show.
I had the best night. I loved meeting your dad. He's so nice. Not what I expected.
My dad absolutely loved the show. We went and got some drinks around the corner before, and we're quite drunk by the time we got to your show.
Yeah, you were on the espresso martinis. That was
we had
crazy.
A few, yeah. Well, because your show was quite late, and we were exhausted from the march, so we. It's never not funny, that is it? It's always good.
Funny. It's never not funny.
God. Hard day's work. Right, into Soho. Soho isn't really where you'd go, is it?
No, but it is Holborn. It was literally next to Soho, where the march was,
Which is interesting to me because I was having brunch in Kensington and the Palestine march walked past, and I was like, and it went past Harrods, and I was like, I don't think this is.
Yeah.
Why are you here, and why is Tommy Robinson so near to Soho? You should swap.
They switched areas. Yeah, but they should swap.
It was just conceptually quite an interesting day. Do you remember Super Saturday at the Olympics when we won 3 gold medals?
No.
Like 2012 Olympics.
Wasn't born.
What, you weren't born? That's a good point. What was the runner? Mo Farah won gold.
Yeah, I was going to say him. Wow.
Greg Rutherford won gold for the long jump. That's the one people forget.
I love long jump.
And then Jessica Ennis Hill won gold.
Didn't she won loads?
She won loads, but they all won at the 2012 London Olympics on the same Saturday within about 40 minutes of each other. And it went down as like the greatest day in UK sport ever.
Really? I've
to
never
win
heard
3
of that.
gold medals at home at the Olympics in an hour. And scientists have wondered whether we'd ever reach a trifecta like that again. But between your show, the Tommy Robinson march, and the Eurovision final,
it happened.
Super Saturday.
It happened. Do you know what? Afterwards, after the show, we went to popped into a gay bar, and they were watching. But we had to leave because everyone was watching Eurovision, so you couldn't really talk. And I brought my mum, and my mum has not been out for like years. And she was like, I can't believe people still watch Eurovision. I was like, this is literally a gay holiday, Mum. We're in a gay bar. That's why.
Why do gay people like Eurovision so much? I don't really understand Eurovision.
Because it's just like it's just like the drama. It's just like so like OTT. It's so silly. I feel like it's just like kind of fabulous, isn't it?
It's camp, isn't it?
It's so camp.
Because it's not really about who the best, it's not actually who the best singer is.
No, it's the politics of that. I just think it's I think it's so, it was people watching it like it was like, I suppose how straight men watch the football, or I feel like the girlies don't really have anything like that. Like, I love that everyone just got together and was watching Eurovision like it's this huge event. I think it's so cool.
I think the men watch football the same way girls watch reality TV.
Yeah, if there was a pub where you could go in, and every time you went to a pub, there was Towie on, or Made in Chelsea, or there was like the
Desperate
Met Gala.
Housewives.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah, it'd be
Can
great.
you imagine what a safe space that would be for the women? We don't have anything like that. Maybe one day I'll invent that.
No, we just have pubs where that they'd rather put the snooker on than Eurovision. I mean, I like it when you go to a pub, like a sports pub, and there's no football on, and you watch these sports. I'm like, what
is this?
This? Test cricket. We're watching 5-day cricket at the pub. Okay.
I'd have thought you'd like cricket.
I like the vibe of cricket. Like I like that it sits back and it invites you in.
Just to have drinks.
Doesn't come to you. Cricket is such an interesting sport because they've just not modernised it at all. What I wanted to ask, because I went to my first gay bar a couple of weeks ago, and I don't really understand because they asked me, like, are you okay with gay people? They weren't like...
At the door?
Yeah, they weren't like, are you gay? They were like...
Because they can probably tell that you're not gay. And I mean that as an insult.
Nice. Clip that up. That's the first time someone said that. They could tell you were straight. It's just the aura you were giving off.
You have such a straight aura.
What, walking in with 6 women?
It's because you walk so stiff.
Yeah.
Like, hello. Like, you're just,
From five-a-side football the day before. They were like, are you, this is a gay bar. Are you all right with that?
That's so interesting.
And I was like, I've been queuing for 15 minutes. Like, I'm aware. I've seen some of the outfits around me. I'm aware of where I am. He almost said it as if to be like, do you know where you are, son?
To be fair, I once had that because I went to a party in Hackney. Like, I bought a club night tickets, and I got there, and then when we got to them, the queue wasn't very big, and it was like me and the girls. And when we went to pay for our tickets, give our tickets, she was like, do you know where you are? And I was like, yeah. And then she was like, okay, come on in. And then when we got there, it was like a kink party, and I'd never been to. I'm not really a kinky gal. I hate to say it.
You can tell by the queue. Like, you can tell what the party is.
So then we walked immediately out and I was like, sorry, we went to the wrong party.
It was funny on Saturday night because, like, I was outside having a frozen yogurt.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I don't really know how that happened, by the way. But, and you'd gone into the gay bar to get drinks and you were like, oh, we'll just come in here. And we were about to come in and then you guys were like, we got to leave. We got to go somewhere else.
What does it sound like?
And I was like, are you all right with these people's lifestyle, Soph?
It was because it was packed of Eurovision and no one was talking.
It was. And it was like the results as well.
Yeah, it was the results. And we were like, it was like we had to just stand there and be quiet. And I was like, I just need to go and sit and I just want to debrief.
It's just such an overwhelming collection of things because your whole audience were the girls and the gays.
Yes. And I love that.
And then the whole Eurovision audience were the girls and the gays. Apart from a lot of people boycotting Eurovision, boycotting Israel, and a lot of them were on the march. So there's just, politically, I don't really know.
It was a crazy day.
It's a Venn diagram of just a lot going on. And Bulgaria won?
I have no idea.
Bulgaria won Eurovision. And I don't know. And it feels like a bit of a pyramid scheme because if you win, you get to host next year.
Oh.
And it's like, well, okay, can I just get some money or something?
Yeah, do I want to do that? Yeah.
Can I have some cash, please?
Who was the English people doing it? The
guy
British
called
people.
I want to say he was called Sam Buttle, and he got 0 votes. England
got 0 votes.
Yeah, but we always do badly.
Yeah,
I want to say it was called Sam Buttle.
I kind of love how hated we are. I think that is hilarious.
No, not Sam Buttle.
Because normally
it was Sam Ryder.
Famous. Sam Ryder. I feel like I've heard.
No. Sam Ryder did it years ago, and he kind of got quite big off it.
Oh, really?
And this year it was Sam Battle.
Never heard
His
of it.
stage name is Look Mum, no computer. Look Mum, no computer. What?
Look Mum, no computer.
Look Mum, no computer.
You know when you say look Mum, no hands when you're riding a bike?
Yeah, so is that like a commentary on like how we're all obsessed with our phones?
Must be.
Look Mum, no machine. I don't know.
And that's why we got 0 points.
This is why we got 0 points.
Because it made no
The United
sense.
Kingdom was represented at the Eurovision Song Contest with the song Ein, zwei, drei. What? With Sam Battle, Thomas Stensgaard, Lasse Mitzian Niemann, and Julie Agard. Now, I hate to sound like I was on the march, but that doesn't sound very British to me.
Right, Alfie.
Eins, zwei, drei.
That's
at the Eurovision. What does that mean? 1, 2, 3. Is that German? Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
But maybe that you're looking at the German one.
No, UK Eurovision entry. Look, Mum, no computer.
Yeah,
sang Eins, zwei, drei, and got 0 points.
That's actually hilarious that they sang a song that wasn't English.
And also, it wasn't not only was the title not English, the song wasn't English. Wait, what? We sang a German song at Eurovision.
Can I just say, you were like to me today, oh, let's talk about Eurovision on the pod.
Yeah.
You really should have done the research.
You didn't even know what his name was.
Yeah, because I didn't choose it.
You're a girl. This is when you look, when the Premier League comes up, I'm on it like that. This is Eurovision. This has to come under your.
Straight women don't care about Eurovision.
Do they not?
Don't think so.
Okay, fine. Well, to be fair, I don't care about Eurovision if we're coming last singing a German song.
But thanks for choosing a topic that you thought I'd care about for once, even though you spent the whole time talking about
it was
football.
Just a big thing. I thought Eurovision, like, it seemed to be on everywhere, and I was like, people must be watching this.
Because we were in Soho.
Fine. Why are all these men watching Eurovision? Being in Soho gives you such a warped idea of the world.
100%.
It's so weird. Like, you read all this shit online and then you go to Soho and you're like, everything's fine.
Everything, literally, you go to Soho and you're like, oh, everything's fine with the world.
Everything's fine.
Everything's great.
People are out.
Yeah.
People are out and they're drinking.
It was great. I had a great time. Then I got a black cab at that was it. Me and Mum got a black cab because my mum came out and then we saw you. We drove past in the black cab and we saw you stood at the bus stop.
Yeah, you sent me a picture of me at the bus stop looking like an idiot.
I don't know why that finished me off.
It wasn't that funny. Sophie just sent me a picture the morning after, just being like, look, this is you at the bus stop at like midnight. Yeah. It looks like I'm having a fight with two women as well.
It
does. Looks like I'm in loads of trouble. I'm like, because I've been told I gesticulate too much with my hands when I talk to people.
You do.
So I'm clearly going, and I'm going,
oh,
what's going on here? My arms are out, like I'm shrugging as if to go, I didn't know you were related. Like something like that. I looked really guilty in that photo.
It really cracked me up. And then, so we got a black cab to Brick Lane, got a bagel, which she was shocked about. You're like, I didn't know that's a thing.
I'm confused by this. You went from Soho to Brick Lane and then to North London.
And then got another black cab to home, yeah.
At midnight. I just didn't think bagel was like...
It's just like, do you know what? It's a tradition that my family always go to the bagel shop.
But drunk food, getting a bagel after a night out, is that a normal thing? Why don't you just get a kebab in Soho? You're in Soho. You're in the place with all the late night food. You're in the only part of London that's open past midnight and you go, should we get out of here?
Well, let's go to Shoreditch.
Let's go to Shoreditch to get some food.
Because they do like a salmon and cream cheese bagel. They do like a salt beef bagel.
And you want that at midnight?
Pardon?
You want that at midnight?
Yeah, any time.
Okay.
It's rammed in there as well. And then my mum was like, oh my God, I can't believe we're out this late at night. And I was like, that was actually so cute.
Mrs. Garrad had a great time at your show.
My mum was starstruck of Alfie. She kept saying, she said to me about 5 times, she's like, I can't believe how tall he is. And I was like, you don't listen to the podcast because if you did, you'd know he's 6'5".
He's 6'4", yeah, 6'4".
6'4".
I've actually had
I just don't listen to you.
Yeah, I've had to lower my height on my Spotlight acting account. Because apparently if you're too tall, they're like, you don't look normal.
You don't look normal,
so I put 6'2".
You put 6'2"?
And I think this is one of the few recorded instances of men lying about their height downwards.
You're not 6'2".
No, I'm 6'3", 6'4", but I think 6'2" sounds like tall but movieable.
Yeah,
He can be the leading man in a movie.
Yeah, I don't think you can be that tall and be leading that man in a movie.
Do you think I'd be good leading man in a movie?
No.
Careful, because okay, well, hold on. Take a beat and think about it, and then get back to me. Come on.
No.
Notting Hill remake.
I think nothing. No, there's absolutely no way.
I'm just a girl.
You would be. Do you know what you'd be like?
Standing
when you
in front of a boy.
The person, when someone drives to the hotel and they're like, "Here's my keys," and they throw them the keys, you'd be the porter because they're quite tall. Or you'd be the person behind.
Sorry,
the
I'd be a valet boy.
Yeah, you would be a great valet boy in a film.
What? No, but that's a non-speaking part.
Yeah, exactly.
That's minimum equity rate.
I feel like you catch some keys quite well.
Yeah, and also, when they jump in the car without opening the door,
yeah,
they swing their legs over the top, like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Whoa! Jeez, I've never seen a car this fast. Meow.
That would be you,
little boy racer. No, I want them to do like in keeping with a heated rivalry and challenges. I want them to do like a really homoerotic football film, but with actually accurate football scenes.
I think you could be in a football film.
I want to be in a football scene where they don't have to CGI the football.
Yeah. I think if your voice wasn't your voice, you could be good in a football film.
Right, let me figure that one out. If my voice wasn't my voice, you mean no one with my voice is in football?
Yeah.
That is actually true.
Yeah.
There is a real lack of representation of private school boys.
There is.
In football.
Yeah.
There was one called Patrick Bamford, and he played for Leeds, but he didn't quite... He'd sort of let his voice go a bit by the time he got the professional contract.
This is it. I just don't think you could... I don't think you could be in it at all. You might be the owner of a club, but I think you'd have to age up a lot.
I would like to play the slightly evil bastard son of a billionaire who
You'd be
buys
good
a
at that.
football club, and he walks in and goes, "You all work for me now."
You would be great at that.
Yeah. Pass me the ball. I'm
That's-
going up front.
That's how I feel doing this podcast with you. I'm like,
Yeah.
who's this evil Nepo baby?
Like, the Invincibles, the little kid with the spiky hair who's like, "Ah," and then he just throws fire at people.
That's you.
My dream would be to do voiceover work. I want to be the villain in like a Puss in Boots 5 or whatever.
You should do voiceover work.
I would love that.
Well, James Corden, he does quite a lot of like in the animated films. And I feel like you've got a very similar career to like James Corden. Like you've got the same level of likability, I think, in the UK comedy scene.
Big in the US. James
Big
Corden
nowhere anymore.
really is hated, isn't he, in the UK comedy
He's
scene?
so hated.
I like him.
He's
I think he seems lovely to me. Never met him, but he seems lovely to me.
I'm surprised you've never met him.
Actually, I have met him, but I went to a filming of A League of Their Own when I was a kid.
Really?
And I met him and Jamie Redknapp, and I think Freddie Flintoff was on it. And I've got like grainy, like Nokia taken photos of me with them. And then he broke America. But people have said like, oh, I could see you being like a late show host.
Really?
Like James Corden doing like the fake. God, like, so you're telling me like a pre-rehearsed story. No.
Yeah.
No way
you
that
are
happened.
fake. Yeah.
I'm fake. I'm fake. And doing carpool karaoke every single time, being amazed that they can sing. Being amazed that Adele can sing.
Yeah.
Adele.
I had no idea
Hello?
this whole time.
Oh, what a song.
I think you actually would be really good at that.
I'd like to do that. If anyone wants to Graham Norton's leaving, isn't he?
Is he?
Have I leaked that? No, no, I don't have that kind of stuff. I'm pretty sure he's leaving. I mean, he will at some point.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
No, but I mean, like, he's coming to the end.
I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure has Graham Norton not announced he's leaving? Isn't Claudia taking over? Or have I just completely
No, she's got her own talk show.
Does she?
Yeah, I don't know how it's been doing, but I've not seen it, but yeah, she has.
Graham Norton stepped down from Virgin Radio.
Right. Not
in
the same
2024.
Show.
That's not the same. But I thought, who's taking over the Graham Norton show?
No, I don't think anyone is. I think he's not leaving. I think we're
The
spreading
Claudia
misinformation.
Winkleman show is replacing. Sorry, the Claudia Winkleman show has replaced Graham Norton whilst Graham Norton's on break. As in, like,
Fine.
the Graham Norton show series ended, and the Claudia Winkleman show is in the same.
I think they're both quite that's a nice dynamic between those two.
Let's put them together.
That would be good together.
That'd be fun. I'd also like to bring back Alan Carr Chatty Man. Now that he's got post celeb traitors fame again.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the more fun shows.
I
What about
agree.
Jonathan Ross?
I never really watched that.
Sophie Garrad?
I could never get over what they did to that man's granddaughter.
Right, so what you're trying to mention there is Russell Brand slept with an MP's granddaughter and then they...
No. Worse than that.
What?
It wasn't an MP. It was the guy from Fawlty Towers. This is how young you are.
Not John Cleese.
One of them. It was
It's one of the other guys from Fawlty Towers.
It was one of the main ones from Fawlty Towers, and he was a granddad, and it was his granddaughter. Fawlty Towers.
Not Manuel.
It was one of them.
On
Fawlty
these
Towers.
plates.
Russell Brand. It wasn't just an MP. Yeah, it was Sashgate. Andrew Sachs.
Andrew Sachs.
Who is that?
Well, I don't know. I thought he was an MP.
Andrew Sachs. Who is Andrew Sachs?
You're telling me he was in Fawlty Towers?
I'm sure Andrew Sachs is in... I'm sure. Let me Google. Who is...
Andrew Sachs?
Andrew Sachs.
Sounds like a CEO. German-British actor. You're right.
Celebrated being a bumbling, well-meaning
Yeah,
Spanish waiter, Manuel.
Manuel.
Yeah.
There is too much on these plates.
Yeah.
And then he goes, no, on dos tres.
They did it to him.
But what did they do? You have to explain. To the
They
listener at
rang
home.
and they left a voicemail saying that I think Russell Brand had slept with his granddaughter.
His granddaughter, yeah.
Something like that. And it was just a bit like...
On the Jonathan Roth show.
Was it? The way you can't even...
I can't say it without saying Jonathan Ross. Because like that's what he says. And it's like, I've got a lisp, so I'm worried about getting the end of the
You have a
sentence.
lisp.
I used to have a lisp as a kid.
Did you?
So I'm nervous about getting the end of getting the was part, the Roth part. So it's easier for me to go was.
Jonathan Ross.
I might struggle on Jonathan
What bit do you struggle with?
Roth. Jonathan Roth, which is Jonathan Wass.
I love how we thought this episode of the podcast was going to be so good today, and it's just fucking nonsense.
This is the best episode we've ever done, by the way.
Do you think?
Yeah, 100%.
When you left the other night, you go to me just before you have to go, oh, by the way, podcast is doing really well. And I go, really? He was like, yeah, not that you'd know. And then he just walked off, and I thought...
Podcast is flying.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
thanks for the well done for tonight.
It's because we're this kind of insightful Jonathan Wass chat.
Do you know why it started doing well? Because I've started introducing the episodes, so people aren't falling off from the beginning because you bored them to tears with a quote.
It's just not true.
It is true.
Just not what happened. It's going really well because I distribute it so well and I edit it so well, and there's no pauses and there's no gaps in the edit.
Really?
Well, because we just talk for an hour and then I put it out,
we just talk nonsense.
But I run it through I tinker with it on my laptop.
Yeah, you do. You do a little. I'm really impressed by you.
Thumbnail. Take a photo. Make a thumbnail. Bright orange. If you're watching this on YouTube, you've seen our bright orange thumbnails. You just show up.
I do just show up.
You show up, and then you get all of the fame and all the success.
Alfie you keep acting like I'm more famous than you. And this is why you're.
Because on Saturday I had to watch 300 people lose their heads when you came on stage. Oh, wait, let's see if the show's any good first. You came on stage, and everyone was like, "Whoa!" And I was shocked. Let's see it first.
You have seen it.
Let's see it first. Let's see if she delivers. I was there, arms crossed, and sank in my chair.
Oh, I think I performed so well that night. But also the audience was just like so up for it that I was like, this is great.
End of the tour, first tour.
Yeah.
Debut tour. How do you feel?
I feel great. I'm so glad it's over. I had some really good gigs last night. Surrey, Alfie had shitted me up for Surrey. Alfie was like, everyone has the worst time in Surrey and Guildford. Oh, it's known for being terrible. You're going to have a terrible time. I was like, oh, great, because I've got 2 nights there. Can't wait for that. Had some of the best nights of the tour, actually.
Yeah, but that's not because it went that well. That's because some of the other ones were really rough. Do you want to name some of the places that you didn't enjoy going to?
Birmingham, guys. I actually did enjoy going to Birmingham, but you guys gave me a really hard time. I think I told everyone on the pod.
You said someone fainted.
No, that was by
No, someone pretended their mum died or whatever.
Someone shouted someone had died. But sorry, someone had brought their nanny to the show. It was a mum, daughter, nanny. And I was like, that is fucking gold for a comedy show. Can't remember what else happened. Like, so many funny things happened. Bristol was amazing. I had a great time.
Yep.
I just had such a good time. And by Saturday, I was my final show, Leicester Square Theatre, biggest show I've ever done. And I thought loads of people wouldn't turn up because it was late at night. I think a lot of people didn't turn up because it was late at night, but I had a great time.
Yeah, it was full.
Here we go.
What am I trying to say here? No, it was confusing to me because there were the row in front of me had some empty seats, but I know that they were sold out online.
Yeah.
Because I booked the furthest row back.
Yeah.
So every seat in front of me was sold.
Yeah, that's what's annoying.
And they're not cheap tickets. And I'm like, but then maybe it's because it's late.
I think because it's late. I think my audience are rich. I think because of the marches. I was like, I knew people always just don't show Eurovision. So I just think my audience don't care about paying £25 for a ticket. They're like,
yeah, but that got me nervous because I was like, well, my audience are going to be the same.
Yeah.
What if they just don't show up? Well, then you take the money.
I think because they buy tickets like 4 months in advance. Like when I buy tickets like 4 months in advance on the day, I'm like, well, I don't want to go to that.
Yeah, or I forgot to put it in my.
You forgot exactly. Like I do that all the time. So I was expecting there to be like lots of people didn't show. So I was pleasantly surprised when I came out.
It's great. It's like 300 people. It's a fun room. That Leicester Square Theatre.
Oh, it's such a fun room
in Soho. It's an iconic room.
Yeah, I loved it.
We got there before it had opened. Because we'd been drinking.
Yeah.
And they let us in and we went down. There's like an underground bar. Like there's a downstairs bar.
I didn't know that.
And there's a main floor bar.
Yeah.
They hadn't opened up the main floor because they were tidying up from the show before.
Yeah.
We went downstairs. There were like maybe 5 other people down there. And then over the tannoy, they were like, the show begins in 2 minutes. Please take your seats. And we were like, oh my God, no one's come. And then we walked upstairs and opened the doors and thank God the auditorium was full and they'd all just gone to a different... they'd stopped sending people down to our bar.
Yeah.
It was just a waiting room that we just stayed in for an hour. And I was like, oh my God, there's no one here. I know how big this room is. And there's like maybe 10, 15 people in here in the downstairs bar in a 300-seat auditorium.
Imagine.
And I was like, this is going to be awful because she's going to see us in the crowd because we're going to be the only people there.
Can you actually imagine?
I genuinely
That's
was
my
really...
worst nightmare.
When I opened the door and there were like 250
Yeah,
people in this thing, and I was like,
God.
oh my God, thank God.
What's the annoying thing about Leicester Square Theatre is it will say it starts at 9:30, and what that means is it starts at 9:30.
It's
They
real,
don't, they don't have like doors at 9.
Yeah.
And it's a bit annoying because then when the support act's on, Kira, who did an incredible job, there's always people walking in and out.
Yeah. Yeah, Sophie was like, I'm just going to bring out my best friend in comedy, my partner in crime. You know who I'm talking about. And I could see everyone's eyes light up. Kira O'Connor. Oh, okay.
It's so funny because, as I said, my partner in crime, I thought, I knew Alfie was in the audience. I thought he's going to be fucking fuming.
And then so Kira did your tour support and did really well and mentioned like the skincare brand that we use.
Oh yeah.
She was doing crowd work with someone in the room and they were like they were talking about how young they look or whatever. And Kira was like, oh, you're buying all that stuff Sophie's flogging. Alfie's flogging. Alfie's flogging that skincare.
Alfie said too.
You're looking well.
Alfie said too.
You can buy it, link in my bio.
It was weird because I was trying to cross over the comedy group because obviously I've got the gays and I've got my one straight friend, which is you.
And we were not.
There was no crossover. I tried.
Sophie came out at the end of the show and we were like, there was like maybe 20 people outside the theatre waiting to say hi, like members of your family, some gay comedians, and then me. And it was like you guys all got together like a big bubble.
And
then
I was
you
trying.
were like, you suddenly turned around, you're like, oh, Alfie's here.
I didn't know you were here because every time I was
just a straight in the corner, rolling a cigarette. Yeah, nice show, Soph. Like under an alley, with a flickering light.
Yeah.
No, it was really good fun. But yeah, and you walked on. What I'm very jealous that you've got is you've got like a bejazzled microphone.
Oh, how gorgeous is that?
A mic stand that like
it's
shines.
So cool. You couldn't have that, I don't think.
No, but I was thinking afterwards. Sophie has on stage a diamanted up Stanley Cup.
Yes.
That is so on brand. So every now and again you'll go and take a sip from that. And I was like, what am I going to do?
You need a thing.
Huel, logo out.
No, that would be so funny.
Just like regularly sipping on Huel.
Alfie, that would be so funny.
You know how people bring beer out?
Yeah.
I think I should have a Huel on
Alfie,
stage.
please. Are you going to do that?
Yeah, I have a bit in the show where I talk about Huel, so it feels like I could.
Alfie, in the protein cup, that would be the funniest thing ever.
Fun, or just a shaker.
Just a shaker.
Just shaking a protein shake. It's quite an easy way to get my protein shake in each day.
I personally think that would be fucking hilarious.
Or like Barocca.
Yeah. Yeah, you could.
Electrolytes. but like not pre-fizzed.
Yeah.
Just mid-show.
Just keep shaking. But also, I think you should just keep shaking.
Just keep shaking it. Or drop an electrolyte tablet in and then just hold the mic to the fizz.
That would be so funny. You absolutely have to do that.
You get 2 minutes
because
out
you
of that.
know what inspired me to do the
comedy
sparkly thing?
Oh.
Yeah, no,
Me?
you inspired me. I went to see Danny Beard, who's a drag queen, and she vapes. And on stage, she had a mic stand. And then in the mic stand, there was just a vape that had all been bejazzled. And she'd go over and just puff from the vape.
Brilliant.
Oh, I remember. I just thought,
That's
I wish
really
I vaped
clever.
so I could do that. I thought it was so cool.
When I break out and just become so ludicrously successful that all of this becomes a memory, what I'm going to do when I'm right at the top is I'm going to do the Dave Chappelle thing of taking a little cigarette on stage.
Yeah.
Because what Chappelle does is he barely smokes it. I've seen some of those. He's just constantly lighting it.
I didn't watch him. I'm not a
fan.
And
you know when like the worst person you've ever met is like just mid starting a conversation, just lighting.
Yeah.
Like holding it like a joint, lighting the end of it. You're like, it's a Marlboro Gold. You'll be absolutely fine. That will stay lit. You know
it is always the worst person you've ever met.
And they're going, we're all the same, really. But for me, and I want my setups to come mid inhale before the exhale, like the worst person you've ever met. Every joke.
I think obviously you are the worst person most people have ever met, but I don't know if you could pull that off.
When are we going to realise, Soph, that at the end of the day, we're all just...
I actually think it'd be good if you smoked during this podcast so we could have some silence.
That'd be really fun. Can you imagine a podcast where you're just rolling in the corner?
I think it's so funny that you're trying to find your thing and the only thing you could do would be Huel.
Oh, I'm trying to find something. Huel. I thought...
You have to do Huel. That's really funny.
I thought about a suit for a bit, but I feel like... it doesn't work, does it?
No, you actually are really stylish. I think your whole look is cool. Not today, obviously, but normally on stage, like you do look cool.
From if you come to a show in the future,
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm trying to phrase this, but
Yeah.
if you've been to a show, forget that. If you're coming to a show, I now have a stylist. I now have outfits.
Yeah.
And I've got shows in London, Brighton, Manchester, Edinburgh, and potentially Southampton. So buy a ticket.
Yeah.
I will have.
Please.
There's an intention behind that outfit now. But what I mean is like the mic stand and the Stanley bottle, and it's just like something that gives you an extra joke. It also gets you out of trouble.
It gets you out of trouble
if things are going a bit quiet.
It gets you out of trouble a lot. It is good. I think. Do you know what? I think the heel thing is so funny. I would find that hilarious for you. But however, now remembering that you've got a whole new style and you look really cool, I don't know if that will work. With your old style.
Yeah, but it can be a bit sort of tongue in cheek. But what I would like is it's got to be facing the other way, and then I got to turn the label around so you see that it's a heel.
Yeah,
it can't be an instant. I can't give it away too early. You know, it's got to be whoop.
Could you have alcohol in the heel?
Well, no, but I could have heel in a. No, that'll just look like yogurt.
No, you need the heel. Yeah,
heel in a pint glass.
Do you know what? If anyone's listening and they've got any ideas,
comment. Kefir.
Not kefir, but something like that. Kombucha.
If I liked it, I'd have a big San Pellegrino sparkling water.
Yeah, that's very
like
you, very
princessy.
Chic. Yeah.
I mean, I could do like an Evian thing, but it doesn't quite work, does it?
No, I think there's something so funny about heel because it is taking the piss out of that culture.
It's great.
Yeah.
Quite a lot of the time, I've been at gigs where the comedian before me is taking the piss out of heel, and I've got one in my bag.
Do you actually drink
so
heel?
I'll take it on stage.
Well, then you definitely should.
And it works.
Yeah.
Because they've just done 5 minutes ripping the shit out of heel, and then I come on stage sipping one. It can work.
What about with you have like, you know, the heels are already pre-made and you have a little straw out of it?
A straw's nice.
And then you also have like maybe an actual protein shaker as well. And that's when you drop in the...
That's nice. Just a few things. A wellness. I like the idea of getting someone from the front row's straw from their drink.
Yeah.
It's not very hygienic. Putting that in the heel. But opening up the heel.
Funny.
Opening up the heel. I don't know if it looks bad in a cup, but pouring it out. Opening a plastic straw, taking the thing off, putting the straw in.
Yeah. No, or do you know what's funny is you have an actual heel that's already pre-made, have most of it gone, be on stage, be drinking that, finish it, be like with the straw, and then you're like, oh, I need to get another one, and you get up an actual protein shaker, and then you make one.
Make one.
You make one. You put the mic in the stand while you're doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. Get the powder out. Get the little scoop.
Sorry, guys, I'm just really trying to get my protein in.
And then get some Evian water. Pour that in. Little tub of milk. Banana. Just bring a Nutri-Bullet on stage. There's something there that would be quite fun. Just like halfway through the show in Edinburgh every night.
Yeah.
Because I tell you what I noticed watching your show is like there is a point halfway through where you have to change pace.
Yeah, did you notice that? I didn't notice that.
I don't know if you...
I noticed the feeling of people being like, we're a bit tired now.
Yeah, I mean, the audience are suddenly like...
Yeah.
Because it's just bang, bang, bang.
That,
joke,
by the way...
Hit. It
is a problem. With my new show, I'm trying to make it a bit more like there's obviously it's hit, but there's a bit where it's like I talk for longer because otherwise people do get a bit like, okay...
I know.
It's relentless, the amount of jokes.
Too many jokes in that last show for you. Too many.
Doing less in the next one.
Fewer jokes in the next show. And the reviewers will pick up on that. But it's intentional.
Guys?
It'll be great if you get reviewed and you go, it's not enough jokes. You go, well, that was the point.
That was the point, guys. I'm trying to do less jokes.
If you say at the beginning of your show, look, this is what the show is. It's fewer jokes. And I'm doing that on purpose.
Because I need you guys.
Because in theory, a review should only really... comment on what you were trying to do and whether you achieved that thing.
That's so true, and this is what I'm trying to do, guys.
And it's quite hard to get reviewed without getting your saying what you were at least trying to do.
Yeah.
Because they might go, this is a vapid show with too many jokes and not enough. And you go, well, yeah, that's exactly what I was going for.
That was the point.
Thank you very much, 5 stars.
Yeah.
Oh, you understood the piece.
You got it.
I'm starting to see my shows as a piece, an art piece.
I'm so excited to see it. I haven't seen it for ages.
Like, you know, when an actor talks about a script when they're promoting a movie and they go, well, it really just spoke to me.
Yeah.
One thing I've really been enjoying is, are you watching Rivals season 2? Rivals is so good. And like, obviously it's like very camp and very sexy. And it's all like, they play polo and they're in the country. And then in the interviews, they're all just theatre kids.
Yeah.
They're all like, you forget that all these
Why are you
people
shocked
that
by this?
well, I'm just always shocked because on screen everyone's like, oh my god, he's like the sexy football player or whatever, and then it's like, no, he's a musical theatre kid that you wouldn't talk to at school.
Yeah, that's
You'd
so
bully him
true.
at school.
Yeah,
Like all the
He's good at
mean girls
acting.
on TikTok, I love like whatever. You'd bully him in school.
Yeah, I love how you say something and you think it's gonna be really profound, and it's just like, yeah.
But no, see that you've made the reviewer's mistake there.
Well, you should have said what your intentions
That
were
was
about
meant
that
to be
statement.
boring.
Yeah. Oh, I think everyone listening knows that most of the stuff you say is meant to be boring.
5-star review. As boring as he intended.
I think people know that's your comedy. They're like, yeah, he's boring, but that's the joke.
I cannot wait to be up in Edinburgh, and I think each week we just get our reviews out. Are you open to reading reviews during the Fringe, or do you wait till the end?
So no, when I was there last year, I knew when someone was in, and then I said to my team, I sound like such an asshole. I said,
You changed. You've changed. One headline London show. Well, my team keeps me protected from...
I've got a whole team around me. I say, only tell me if it's above 3 stars, like if it's 4 stars above.
Fine. So pretty quiet, your team last month. last Fringe.
All of them were 4 stars and above apart from one. And then the one that I was waiting for, I was like, I had such a gig the night they were in, Chortle.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, has the review come out? They're like, no, it hasn't come out. And I was like, it's been ages. And I made the mistake of Googling my name because I was like, I wanted to see something else. And I saw the review was out and I was like, oh, that's not going to be good. It was scathing. And the problem is that I did stay in my mind. Like even doing this tour, I thought, oh, maybe it is shit. But it was scathing in the sense that...
Because of that review?
Yeah, because it was really funny. It said I was obsessed with being young and hot and thin.
No, I wonder where they got that from.
Said I had no empathy.
I remember reading that and being like, yeah, bang on. Bang on. Like those things you've just said that they said. I'm like, yeah, bang on. 5 stars.
Bang on, but give it 4 stars. But give me 3 stars.
That's fine from Chortle. That is 4 stars.
I don't know.
Everybody knows that Chortle are a star below everyone else.
Really?
Yeah. Like if you get 4 stars from Chortle, that's like 5 stars from anywhere else.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So
I've seen people show off about a 3-star Chortle review because the weird thing in like, well, I'm sure it's on movies as well, is like you plaster your poster with 4-star reviews, and then you just a 3-star review you just write off.
Yeah, that's what I did, but I don't know why, but it was in my head that being like, oh, maybe it isn't that good of a show.
It is ridiculous though, because it's like I honestly, I mean, I haven't been reviewed, so I'm not just like salty, but I honestly don't really know how you're meant to review a show unless you are like a friend of the person and you know the context of what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Can you just go to what if
that's a job?
What if it's just not for you?
Well, no, and this is exactly it. But like, that was what annoying. He was like, well, the girlies seem to love it. And I was like, well, yeah, because it's the show for the girls. It's not actually a show for you, fucking Steve, who's a 50-year-old white man. Sorry.
Steve, look, you might be coming to my show in August, and I just want to say that the views of Sophie on this podcast are not the views of everyone on this podcast.
Is it Steve?
You're talking about Steve Bennett of Chortle?
Yeah.
Oh,
Steve,
fine. Steve, actually, you have reviewed me in some of the new act competitions, fairly but badly. I've had some bad gigs in front of Steve.
Have you?
So I can't complain. Yeah.
I've only had good ones, and he hates me.
I had a gig. I did a comedy competition where there were 10 acts, and you do like, it's awful. It was like 2 minutes, and then 5 of you go through, 2 minutes, 3 of you go through.
What was that?
It was a knockout. It was a knockout competition.
What, he reviewed that?
He reviewed it. Was like the Champions of Champions thing.
That's our boy Alfie, the champion of the champion.
Ooh. And I was like, great. And first round, killed, and was like, this can be a walk in the park. Collect my trophy, get my review. Second round went I misjudged it so badly that I went to silence for my 2 minutes, and then right at the end, I just went, well, I'm not getting through. And that got such a big laugh. And Steve of Chortle fairly reviewed it. I can't really remember what he said, but was sort of like, he tried something, it didn't work, and then at least he was self-aware enough to just walk off the stage.
And no one's ever called you self-aware.
No, and I was like, self-aware? Put that on the poster.
Self-aware on the poster would be so funny.
And then, I don't know. One time I did a competition in Manchester and he called me middle class, and I thought, you don't know me at all. You don't know anything about me if you think I'm middle class.
It makes me laugh so much when people call you middle class. And I thought you were offended by that because you didn't want middle class spoken about. And then I was like, oh no.
People calling me middle class thinking it's an insult. I'm like, it's
Well, it is an insult, but not for the reason you think it is.
Talking about how can saying someone's middle class being an insult where it's like the middle class are the most people, surely.
I know, but it is an insult, but it's funny because you're upper class.
Yeah, I'm like, if you want to be insulting, calling me middle class is at worst apt.
I remember when my PR, I was like, can I see your press release from your PR? Who's actually, we've got the same PR.
Oh, I've changed it. What you're about to say. Yeah. Well,
and Alfie was like, can I read it? And it said, and Sophie also has a podcast with Alfie and they talk about middle class problems or something.
Yeah.
And Alfie was like, sorry.
I rewrote that.
And it made me laugh because I thought you were just annoyed because they were like, oh, don't just put us down to being middle class. And you're like, I'm not middle class.
No. No, hold on now. The press release that we both have the same PR and we both have a paragraph in our press release that says we have this podcast, and I just thought it was a bit boilerplate, and one of the sentences was the middle class pair talk about their like unrelatable problems or whatever. Unrelatable, I think, is an interesting word.
Yeah.
And like problematic and like vapid, whatever. The middle class pair, I'm like, that's every single podcast that exists.
That's actually so true.
Like middle class duos is 95% of podcasts.
And that's why we're different.
And I'm like, at least like, because what most people do is they drum it up and they go, oh, what middle class problem? We need to drum it up.
Yeah.
We need to go further than that.
It's upper class problems.
So I rewrote mine. Yours went out. Mine's very, very different. I also called this a cult hit. Wait, do you want to hear what I called us?
Cult hit? Who's the cult?
It's a
your
cult.
Mum and my mum and your dad.
Cult hit, because anything could be a cult.
Yeah, anything can be a cult.
Anything can be a cult. So
Listen,
I changed it.
If you're listening, you think, oh, I'm part of this cult.
You are.
Welcome.
So I changed it. And it now
Of
says...
course you got that up quickly.
Alfie also co-hosts, which is very generous.
That is generous.
The cult podcast, The Alf and So Show, with fellow comedian Sophie Garrad. Each week, the out-of-touch pair break down the biggest stories across the internet and pop culture in what they describe as the least relatable chat show on the internet.
That's actually, thank you for doing that for yourself and not for me, Alfie.
Yours had already gone out. You were too late. You were doomed. Leave her.
I know.
She's not. We're at the top of the mountain, and the rope was starting to lag. Cut it. Cut her. Off.
Cut. You are the producer of this podcast as well. Would you describe yourself as the producer?
Yes. In the credits, director, producer, executive producer, financier, and then
so true.
You're just co-host.
And I bring the vibes.
You're lucky because I feel like a lot of shows are. Like, it could be called The Alfie Dundas Show with Sophie Garrad. Have you noticed podcasts do that?
No.
Where they have not one main host, but I think they have one host who set it up, and then they brought on a co-host.
Fine.
So it will be like Finn Taylor's history podcast. It's like Finn versus history with Horatio Gould.
Oh, I didn't know that's what it was.
Because the brand is Finn versus, or like the Scott Galloway show with Kira, whatever she's called. You know, I don't really listen when she starts talking, but there's a lot of that, and I think the Alfie Dundas Show with Sophie Garrad. Now the problem is, you have all the fans, so I had to sneak your name in there.
You have the followers, I have the fans.
100%,
and that's where we 100%. Differentiate.
Yeah. And I'm slowly realizing that fans are more valuable than followers.
Yeah, and I think that's what happens when you buy your followers.
Yeah. Hey. You bought my followers. Sophie told me the other day that she can just go and like buy me 1,000 fake followers that just screw with my account and my engagement. I'm like, that is such an evil thing to do to someone, because they'd get they go, God, I'm doing well.
Yeah.
The amount of like comedians that we know with a couple thousand followers, we could just buy them 10K.
Literally.
And they would change. They would change so quick. When comedians hit 10K, God, they change. Every story, once a comedian hits 10K, they go, hey, new followers.
Yeah. It's actually so true.
Hey, new followers. I've got a show in Southend-on-Sea tomorrow night if you want to. What? You got 8,000 followers.
Anyone new here, just, blah, blah, blah.
Anyone new here, mailing list. I did it as well. You just go, well, I've got 10,000 followers. Mailing list time.
I would love to have a mailing list, but I don't know how to do it.
Tell me where you want me to come and perform. Like you're going to get 6,000 people being like, Liverpool.
I just get people saying Manchester, and I'm like, guys.
Hey, new followers, check out this new reel. Really funny stuff.
Yeah.
6 likes.
And then on the close friends, hey guys, can you like and comment on my reel?
Yeah. By the way, I'm not taking the piss. This isn't punching down. This is exactly what I did when I hit 10K.
And me.
100%.
I still do it.
Hey guys, if you could just run up the engagement on that latest post.
Literally.
I think it's a big one.
I'm getting paid a few £1,000s for this.
Hey guys,
I'd like to get that again.
Just did a brand deal. If you could just comment on that thing. Hey guys, got a reviewer in tomorrow night.
Literally.
Because you will fly to Edinburgh and come to my show.
Literally.
I think there's a few seats left. That's my other favourite one. Hey guys, I think there's a couple seats left in London. Not sure though.
There's only so many times you can say it as well, because you're like, people that follow your stories must be like, yeah, we know you've not sold any tickets.
Well, however, having an outsized following, which I do, having like an over, if people do genuinely think all the shows are sold out.
Yeah, people do think that.
I can do the last remaining ticks.
And I'm here to tell you that Alfie's not. But did you see that Instagram's bringing this new thing in where you have to basically pay for like a premium so people see your stories and stuff?
Very nervous about this, yes.
That's why they've not been showing anyone your stories.
$2.99.
Is that how much it is a month?
$2.99.
Wait, for what? To show your story?
Well, I haven't. That thing you sent me the other day, it looks like it's to show your story. One of the things that it's also to get an ad-free experience.
Oh, I didn't care.
So you'll
about
no
that.
longer get paid ads shown
That's
to
annoying.
you. But that annoys me because I sell tickets via paid ads.
Yeah.
To my following.
Yeah.
And it's like, now I'm not going to be able to even get my own.
No one's going to pay for not having an ad-free experience.
$2.99 they might.
I wouldn't. I quite like seeing the ads.
What?
Well, yeah, because that's why I buy so many clothes. I feel like Instagram ads are so good for me. I never get targeted with your ads.
Why is that so funny? Why is that the funniest part of the show for you? Why is that the funniest bit for you? You don't get targeted with my ads because I don't run them in London. You're not special. I get hit by hotel.com ads with your face on it.
Yeah, because you're highly engaged in my content.
Every day I go, I'm getting hit by a Sophie Garrad made ad for a hotel brand.
Oh, I love doing that ad.
And then I go into the comments.
And people just annihilating my face again.
And I go, why have they got a scarecrow doing the ad? If she's here, what are they using to kick about the Champions League final? Well, I comment.
That's why I knew my mum was a massive fan of Alfie, because my mum is the first to call someone out. And she's like, I'm going to speak to Alfie about what he's saying about your head.
Yeah.
And she didn't.
Mrs. G, I've heard that you don't like what I've been saying about the shape of Sophie's face, but I want to point out that she gets so many more brand deals than me that it's really hard to have sympathy.
Not
she's
anymore.
She's also laughing her head off at the fact that she doesn't get hit by my ads, as if that's meant to hurt me. I'm not running ads in London, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Now, embarrassingly, I was about to set one up after this show, but no, I'm not going to bother.
No, do it, because I want to see if I get served it.
I can, because I'm very good at meta ads, I can exclude the people I follow from seeing my ads.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I don't want my ads going to comedians.
Oh, I really need you to do my ads.
Well, it's too late, sweetheart. You've ruined it. You've ruined your chance. I don't see your ads. Good. It's because I don't need them. I'm selling tickets in London. I need ads when I go outside of London to retarget followers that I haven't engaged in a while. I'm sorry that I use a mixture of organic and paid. I'm sorry. I've never seen one of your ads. I've never seen one of your ads. You don't know how to put them on. Sophie called me once and was like, I think I've boosted a post, but I don't really know. And I sent a 6-minute voice note.
Yeah, and did I do any of it?
No. And by the way, on the way here, Sophie sent me a 4-second voice note, and I'd like to talk about that before we finish.
Do you know what? I said so much in that voice note.
It's not long enough. Sophie, if it's under 10 seconds, it cannot justify a voice note. It cannot justify a voice note.
Do you think?
Yeah.
No, I think if I see one that's like over 20 seconds, I think, can't be asked to listen to that.
4 seconds.
Don't play it.
I'm not going to play it.
Yes.
I know what we're talking about. But text it. I was getting on the bus. Don't tell anyone that. But I was getting on the bus
twice
with my backpack, with the podcast recording equipment, and Sophie and I go back and forth, bang, 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 big business, bang, bang, bang.
It was, do you want a coffee?
Big business, bang, bang, bang. And then it goes, oh, voice note, and I go, okay, she's going to just run through strategy or something. Yeah, I'll see you at 10. What? Just type it. That
Don't, I'm going to wet myself.
the amount of time, because I had to, sometimes on WhatsApp you have to download it. You have to press the little arrow.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
I'm on the bus. Like when you're like getting flung around the bus to press. And I took my headphones out. I untangled. I got wired headphones. I'm untangling them. 6 minutes later, plug in. Yeah, 10's good.
Don't, I'm actually going to wet myself.
All right, we don't need to talk about endo on this episode. One episode, we don't talk about endo.
That just shows how much you have not been listening to me having endometriosis because it's not wetting yourself.
The fact is, I like also endo. Just people don't know what I'm talking about. I've abbreviated it too much now.
No, that is what it's called. Endo. People call it that.
Endo.
You're just part of the community now. Anyway, on that note,
it's probably time to end. We've talked for 50 minutes. We're just getting into the good stuff as well. It's anything we've missed in this episode. We wanted to talk about the tour. Your tour is now over.
It's over. Obviously, buy tickets to go see mine and yours Whips.
New show, Edinburgh Fringe.
Yeah.
All about Endor.
Yeah.
My show is sort of the anti-Endo show.
Yeah,
it's the
it
antithesis.
is.
If you want a show that just brings the mood down a little bit.
Yours is the one to go to.
My dad has bought tickets to your show and put it in my Google Calendar.
So cute.
It's at the same time as my show. I'm like, Dad, I can't go with you to Sophie's show. Why? I'm doing my show. That's why you're coming to Fringe.
I hope your dad likes my new show. I'm a bit worried he's not going to like this one.
He absolutely loved it. He was cackling at the old one.
Did he? Oh.
So Sophie's show was very good, but I've seen it
here we
and
go.
I can't watch comedy because.
Did you laugh at all?
Yeah, but there were a few bits where I laughed at the bits no one else laughed at.
Really? Like what bits?
few jokes that kind of they didn't pick up on.
Yeah.
Or a bit of crowd work that they sort of were thinking about something else, and I was laughing my head off. Because it's hard for me. Like, first of all, I've seen the show. What I will say, and there's a rare bit of sincerity on the pod, you did like 10 minutes of the new show, talking about endometriosis, which affects millions every year. I think, or thousands. I don't know if it's not that rare, but
it's millions.
Millions. It's like the common cold. But I thought it was like a rare disease. I thought we're fundraising.
It's 1 in Alfie.
It's 1 in 10.
1 in 10.
1 in 10.
If you want to get a viral clip from this, you're going to get annihilated. I hope you post this.
Well, the endo
you
clip.
Post this, yeah.
The endo clip. 1 in 10. All right. 1 in 10 women. My audience is 30%
and
women.
I cannot wait, and I'm going to collab. I cannot wait for you to be eviscerated with paragraphs from women.
Actually.
Anyway, get what you're about to say.
Actually, it's been really tough. Actually, it's really tough. I'm nervous because we posted a clip last week when I called the first person to get hantavirus patient zero self-control.
I know. I couldn't believe you posted that.
Such a good joke. But it's sort of like, you were like, he's dead. And I was like, oh, I guess. Yeah.
Anyway, what you were saying, you had one good bit. You liked a bit about my new stuff.
The one bit of your show that I enjoyed, over the hour, and it felt like 2, but it was only an hour apparently, was the new 10 minutes on Endo's really good.
It's good, isn't it?
That's good.
Yeah.
And I could also tell, and only I could tell this, that's the only bit you enjoyed.
That's so. Do you know what? On Saturday, I actually enjoyed pretty much most of the show, but
your favourite bit.
My favourite bit, and my PR came on Monday to Cambridge. She was, "Oh, you came alive in that bit," and I think I get so excited telling the new stuff.
Your team enjoyed it, did they?
My team enjoyed it.
Your team. I'm now just part of the team because I officially produce Sophie's podcast.
Yeah, you work for me.
I'm excited for my Christmas gift this year: £5 in a brown envelope. There you go. I know you didn't get many brand deals this year. There you go. That's what I get for just looking up in the morning. The bit about Endo is very good, so I'm excited to see the rest of the show.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Sophie and I are on at the same time, so I've bought tickets on the 18th because you're not off on the 18th.
I'm not off. I need to come up there early, basically, to see your show.
I've taken the 18th. Don't bother, you'll see it in London.
I want to see it, though. I love seeing your show. I'll probably sell out, actually.
You'll see it at Leicester Square Theatre soon enough.
Oh,
I hope. I want to do a tour. So
you'll 100% be doing Leicester Square Theatre.
Let me know where else I can go. Unlike Sophie, I will be going up north.
You're so brave.
To reclaim my roots.
I'll open for you up north.
My Scottish roots and my northern roots. My dad's family's from like Yorkshire, so I really should.
Really? My mum's family's from Yorkshire. We've talked about this, haven't we?
Yeah, they bonded. Anyway, we'll talk about that next week. We're coming up to the hour, so we're going to have to sign off. Is there anything else you want to say?
No.
Sorry, or
It's horrible.
Thanks for everything. Okay. No, that's all from Soph. That's all from me. We'll see you next week.
See ya.
Subscribe.